Hi to all. Am I audible to you?
Yes, sir. Good morning, sir.
Yes. Yes.
Yes.
Right. So let us understand that, so single dimensional array, two-dimensional array, three-dimensional arrays. Firstly, we have to deal with the single dimensional array and two-dimensional array. And what are the properties are, because we want, if the size of the array will be huge, then we have to know the shape and data type and size. So let us declare like something Numpy cities. Like Numpy cities are going to be like such as Hyderabad, Warangal, Anantapur, Vijayawada, like these are the cities. And absolutely, we wanted to declare the Numpy with the states, city with states. Like something called as something called. So I will be keep all the whatever the cities we have HYD, like I'll be keep it as here. I'll be keep it as state, something called as Hyderabad is TS Telangana. Warangal is also Telangana. Anantapur is AP. And Vijayawada is also AP. So we can able to write like this. Yeah, so you have to understand this is the one-dimensional array, this is the two-dimensional array. You can write a comment here. One-dimensional and this is going to be the two-dimensional. So the thing is that, let me execute. Let me check the properties. The property is np underscore city dot, we can give shape. So the shape is the property of an array. What exactly it will be give you see. So here I forgot, something else. What is that? I told you whenever you work with a Numpy, we have to import it as np. So now here np dot array is the function with which we can able to create an array. np dot an array with which we can able to create an array. Now it will give you the shape of the so absolutely list object doesn't have Okay. Yeah. So if you look at here, the 4 is indicates that there are 4 items are there in this particular one-dimensional array. Similarly, if I look at the states, it is a 2-dimensional array. Let me print np underscore states dot shape. Now, if you look at the 2 indicates, what? There will be 2-dimensional array, and absolutely the 4, it is 2-dimensional array, 2 into 4 I can say. So there are 4 items in this particular list. This is going to be the 2 into 4, which means what? 2 indicate rows and absolutely 4 indicates columns. So this is how the shape of the array will be produced by the one of the properties called as a shape. And similarly, we can able to check with size also. np underscore city dot size. Similarly, np underscore states dot size. Yeah. So now if you look at, so better you just give in a different order. Like if you give this 4, then if you give this np underscore states, then size will be given to you accordingly. So if you understand here carefully, the size will be give you number of elements are existing in array will be given as an output to you. And the 8 elements are there in a 2-dimensional array, which is under the states. These are all very important. You're supposed to remember them. Now comes to data type. Now it comes to like np dot.
సార్
Yes, please.
ఒకసారి షేప్ దగ్గర నాకు ఒక డౌట్ ఉంది సార్. అంటే షేపు లైక్ ఫస్ట్ రోస్ ఇంటూ బై కాలమ్స్ అన్నప్పుడు 4 కమా పెట్టారు కదా సార్, లైక్ 4 అనేది అక్కడ కాలమ్స్ కిందకి వస్తాయా?
Obviously, అది మనం మ్యాట్రిక్స్ రూపంలో చూసుకుంటే, ఫర్ ఎగ్జాంపుల్ 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 8 ఇలా తీసుకున్నాం అనుకో, మన మ్యాట్రిక్స్ రాసేటప్పుడు ఇలా రాస్తాం కదా. అప్పుడు ఏంటి, 0th రో ఫస్ట్ రో, 0th కాలం ఫస్ట్ కాలం, సెకండ్ కాలం, థర్డ్ కాలం. దీన్ని మనం ఏమంటాం, మనం యాక్చువల్గా 2 into 4 మ్యాట్రిక్స్ అంటాం కదా. యా, సో ఇలాగని ఇది బై డిఫాల్ట్ గా ప్రొడ్యూస్ చేస్తుంది. నేను రాయలేదు ఇది. షేప్ అనే ప్రాపర్టీ ఇస్తే 2, 4 మీన్స్ దేర్ విల్ బి 2 rows and 4 columns into 8 elements వస్తుంది.
నేను అడిగేది ఫస్ట్ సిటీ సార్, 4 కమా పెట్టారు కదా, సో ఒక 1 రో అని
పెట్టలేదు.
అదే సార్,
1 డైమెన్షనల్ ఉన్నప్పుడు ఇదేంటి, సిటీలో ఓన్లీ 1 dimensional array ఇది. Whenever the array will be a 1-dimensional, it will be give you only the number of elements in the list. It is not going to give the columns related info.
Okay.
Whereas if it 2-dimensional or 3-dimensional, it will be perfectly give you how many rows and columns will be there. Accordingly, the shape can be understandable. It's a drawback with 1-dimensional. 1-dimensional ఉన్నప్పుడు అది ఓన్లీ లిస్ట్ లో ఉన్న ఆ అరేలో ఉన్న ఎలిమెంట్స్ మాత్రమే చెప్తుంది తప్ప రోస్ అండ్ కాలమ్స్ చెప్పదు.
Okay, sir.
Yeah.
Thanks.
So now here absolutely np dot city dot d type. there will be D type, means data type is going to be produced to you. That yeah, let me print it. What do you mean by D type? Yeah. See, the problem here is that, we have stored strings, right? So the strings, it will be given by default data type as a S7, which means it's the string length is always immutable, like, which means, it is not fixed, it will be a variable. So therefore, it is not able to give the data type. If we look at it, like most of the time we deals with the NumPy with the numerical values. So here there will be whatever the data have assigned, which will becomes under int64 type data types. Like there will be different data types actually. That in the NumPy data types. NumPy data types in Python. Yeah. So here already right from the beginning we know int 8, int 16, int 32, 64. Unsigned values are U indicates unsigned values, and float will be float 16, float 32, like that. And complex data type having like this, and the Boolean we know that. Other data types are, the string. String indicates, capital S. So Unicode is going to be U. Obviously, all these, from the beginning, C, C++, Java, we know that. So if you wanted to know all this, we can able to get the corresponding data types accordingly. It's not so big deal, but because what type of data we are inserting into NumPy, we know that. So accordingly, we can able to understand about it. So now, absolutely, through the NumPy, seconds. Yeah. So now we can able to perform the mathematical operations through the NumPy. Mathematical operations such as, absolutely arithmetic, and logical, and comparison. These are operations we can able to perform on top of the Numpy operations. So let us go with, like already I told you that yesterday, so I'm going to store some kind of a data. First trial by cyclist, which will be 10, 15, 17, 26 are the values. And second trial does by the cyclist, else you can write over here. These are all meaningful operations will be does on the top of the Numpy operations. Second trial is equal to that 12, 11, 21, 24. So now my understanding is that we wanted to convert the list into Numpy so that we can perform the Numpy related operations. Absolutely, we know that the Numpy array is equal to 1, array 1 is equal to, absolutely, we know that already np dot array, for which we are going to give the first, this one, so that it will become a Numpy array 2 is equal to Numpy dot array of Now what operation I am expecting to be performed? I wanted to add both the first trial cyclist, whatever the distance traveled, and the second one is also going to be give you as an output to you, so that then the result is going to be, isn't it? So simply we can able to perform np array 1 plus np array 2. Total distance traveled by cyclist, comma result. Yeah, so this is how already I have shown you that what is the drawback of the list, but whereas if we convert them into Numpy array, simply we can able to perform there is an addition operation between two Numpy arrays can be does over here. This is how 10 plus 12 is 22, 15 plus 11 is 26, 17 plus 21 38, 26 plus 26 is 50. This is how the addition operation can be does by this particular thing. So the next level is that we have defined these one-dimensional array, and this is a one-dimensional array, and this is a one-dimensional list, and this is a one-dimensional list. The next is that we wanted to organize this particular two first trial cyclist and second trial cyclist distance will be in this two-dimensional array. How you are going to declare now? You please tell me. Now I wanted to declare 2D for about data. How you are going to declare here? So these are all things are very important actually. Yeah. Please can you tell me now? So
Yeah,
I'll be taking cyclist trials. Okay. Now I'm going to declare np dot
array.
Yeah, absolutely. Now how you are going to declare?
First trial cycle list.
Yes.
Then
This,
second.
the structure is important actually. If you make
Yeah.
a small mistake, then obviously it will be not going to be considered. It will throw some syntactical error to you. So absolutely here this is same 10 comma 15 comma 17 comma 26. The next array will be 12 comma 11 comma 21 comma 24. Now I already told you that with a one-dimensional array, so the drawback is we cannot optimally allocate the space with certain elements. But whereas if we allocate the space by two-dimensional array, maximum number of elements can be organized over there. Isn't it? So the point here is that, so I wanted to know first data, like if you wanted to know if now the arrays concept will comes into picture actually. You wanted to know first data, like which means what? See here, this is the first trial data. This is the second trial data. You wanted to know the first trial data. How exactly you are going to be, things will take first trial is equal to absolutely cyclist trial
0.
of 0, which gives you, you see the output now, what exactly it will be give you. So this is what it is, the 0th row. This is the first row. So which means what? The entire the row will be given you as an output to you. Here it is, it is the first array which will be gives as an output to you. Similarly, if you wanted to produce such as second trial, which is going to be of 1. You see now exactly I'll be printed second. Yeah. So this is going to be give you, second related array, which is going to be the entire the row is going to be produced as an output to you. So now, if we are understanding till then, we will be able to access an individual elements now. Now, access array elements through indexing concept. So now, so absolutely, so if you wanted to know the 0 of 0, what exactly will we give you? Now, if you look at, see, if we organize the same elements like this, the same elements are like this, absolutely, here you will be able to 10 comma 15 comma 17 comma 26. The next will be 12 comma 11 comma 21 comma 24. This is how the things will happen. So here absolutely this is the 0th row, this is the first row, this is the 0th column, this is the first column, second column, third column. So now I wanted to retrieve 10 now. How you are going to be refer this particular value is important. If I wanted to retrieve 21, how you are going to retrieve? So now absolutely it will becomes into picture that this is called as an indexing concept. You have seen already forward indexing, backward indexing, negative indexing, all this. So now let us understand that now I wanted to print whatever the cyclist trial is having both the arrays, right? So here, what is supposed to be specified? 0. The next
0.
index is going to be 0. This is going to be the reference point for retrieving the element which is located called as a 10 according to the given array. Now similarly, we can able to print something called as, what is that? Something called as 21 I wanted to retract. You tell me now. 21 I wanted to retract. Please tell me.
Cyclist. 1,
Okay.
2.
Yeah. 21. So generally, you know, if you look at this kind of a structure, if you look at this kind of structures, so if more number of elements will be there, sometimes we'll get confused that what value is going to be the row and columns will be there, because, you know, we are habituated to be represent the matrix related form, right? So Excel is the exact example of the, you know, what is called arrays concept. It's a two-dimensional concept, arrays. It's a row. And absolutely, there is a what is called a slicing operator. We know, right? You have remembered in data structures slice operator concept, right?
Yes, sir.
Slice operator. So absolutely, if you wanted to keep, okay, now here like this. So what happens here? Entire the array will be displayed to you. Entire the array will be displayed to you. So now before colon will be a rows, after the colon is going to be the, you know, absolutely, let's suppose I just wanted to, my requirement is, you tell me now, my requirement is display only 15, 17 and 11, 21. So where they are available actually, yeah, you look at here, I want these two elements and these two elements. So if you look at the matrix, how they will be look like. So here it is 10, 15, 17, 26, and comes to here 12, 11, 21, 24. So I need this particular subset of the matrix. I wanted to print this particular subset now. Please kindly understand, this is a 0th row, this is the first row, this is 0th column, this is the first column, second column, third column. So what you will be specify such a way that it will be display only 15, 17, 11 and 21. That's my concept. You write here now, there is a requirement is I want to display this. Now what is to be written here?
Cyclist trial. 1:3.
Rent. Okay. Yeah. Tell me.
1:3. Because 1 forward we is to take.
That's all. So what it indicates actually, it will be start at a first row and it will be go up to, you know, last 12, 11. Even if you remove this, also will display the same output to you. But my question is now, here there is another phenomena which is going to be, you know, I want values from both the rows, like 0th row and as well as first row, comma,
Yes.
comma. Here, if you specify 1:3, means 3 minus 1 is absolutely, it will be 2 only. Now see the output now.
Okay, sir.
Yeah, the point here is that, this before comma, everything is related to rows concepts. See why I haven't given any value here, because we want zeroth elements, zeroth row elements and first elements also. So by default, it will be able to take a 0 and 1 byte. But if you took a column values, like this is after the comma, this is going to be the column related value. This is going to be the row related value before comma. Before comma is row related value. After the comma, column related value. So absolutely, the why I have specified 1 here in the matrix. I don't want about 0th column, or maybe there is a column value will be 15, will be started from this, and why I have given 3 here. 3 minus 1 is 2. So up to 2, like 1, 2. Second column will be taken. If you give 2 here, again the result is not going to be produced here. You say simply 2 now. What happens, you see? Only the first column value will be given, because 2 minus 1 is 1. Yes or no? Now, you please now here it is a 3. Now I am asking you, display only third column from both rows. Yeah. Please, can you write a instruction now? How to write a indexing now? Please, can you write it now?
Print cycle list trial.
Okay.
Only third column. Colon. Do I need to specify again colon, or we have to give direct the index?
It's the third column, right?
Yeah.
Colon. What you specify here? Is that a 3 or 4?
4.
Okay. 4 minus 1 is 3. Is that correct?
Yeah.
Yes or no? 24,
Yeah.
26.
Yes, sir.
Correct. Now this is the way how is supposed to be. Now the point is, through for loop I wanted to read, because using this colon slicing operators are very much helpful for you to be read the data. But I wanted to display entire the 2 rows and all the column values from the array, which is a 2-dimensional array, using for loops. Now you tell me the logic, because you are learning Python, right? Now you have to apply now. How exactly you have retrieve all the elements of the 2-dimensional array using nested for loops. Or else you can use only the for loop.
For I into the cycle list. Sir, voice is not audible.
Yes, you are on mute.
So now I'm taking A, B, C. Now I wanted to display all the elements from list 1 and list 2. Will you use the same single for loop or will you use the nested for loop? You tell me. I want both.
Nested.
Tell me the logic. For I in operator, list 1. For J,
For J in
operator,
list 2.
list 2. Then print I comma J.
Yeah.
So this is how the things would happen. The combination. It will taking a 50 and it will be taking a 50 B, 50 C. The combination is permutation and permutations. Let's suppose, see, instead of this, what I will be taking is that now A, B, C are probably don't take A, B, C. You take list 1 is what is called short length, like small, and medium, large. So you can take capitals, small. See, I wanted to display colors, like something red color, green color, and pink color. I wanted to display how many small size red and green pink stock is available, how many medium red, green, pink color are available, how many large red and green and pink sarees are available. I wanted to display them. So this is the way how exactly it will be displayed. So retrieving the data whenever you have a list is different. Retrieving the data, you just trying to be retrieve from the Numpy array will be different. Now you do one thing. Can you convert these two into Numpy quickly? Please, can you convert the this list 1 and list 2 into Numpy? Tell me the logic.
np.array.
One second, just list 1, L1 is equal to np dot array of
Array list 1.
list 1. Okay. Now list 2 is equal to np dot array list 2. So now you tell me, see again here it is going to be the two Numpy arrays, right? So now how do you make a single Numpy array here?
Adding no.
See here is simply, rather than converting, you just simply result is equal to numpy dot array. So where you can make it as a two-dimensional array, comma two-dimensional array. So this particular array is going to have a absolutely small, medium, large. Comes to this red and green, orange.
Can we take like in the square braces np.array list 1? No, we can't do that.
No, I think so.
Okay.
Yeah, so syntactically they have organized like this. Now here simply we can able to use a one for loop for I in operator result. Then you can print I. So the retrieval of the list is different. The retrieval of the numpy will be different. So in fact, the numpy will reduce the number of lines of code actually, because here we require a nested for loop, but whereas here we require only one for loop. So that is supposed to understand. Why? Because list will be treated each element in the list with a specific index, but whereas the numpy, it will be considered entire the row will be as a single entity. Yeah, that's how it is different from the list to absolutely to the what is called numpy array.
Sir,
Arun. So let us understand, because we are talking actually here mathematical operations, like how to apply arithmetic operators, how to apply the logical operators, how to apply the comparison operators. Let's take another example. Then you tell me what exactly we want. So or else, yeah. So indexing with Boolean arrays, because obviously the comparison operators will be taking result as a Boolean arrays, right? So here I will be
Sir?
organized.
సార్ సార్ యాక్చువల్లీ ఇందాక నేను ఒక డౌట్ అడిగాను.
అర్థం కాలేదు నాకు.
ఇందాక డౌట్ మీకు వినిపించలేదు సార్ నా వాయిస్? ఇందాక ఒక డౌట్ అడిగాను నేను.
నా వాయిస్ వినిపించి జస్ట్ సార్ అన్నారు మీరు, అంతే, మళ్ళీ ఏం అడగలేదు.
ఓకే ఓకే, నాకు ఇందాక ఒక డౌట్ ఉంది సార్. అంటే కొంచెం స్క్రీన్ కొంచెం పైకి చూపిస్తాను. ఇక్కడ లిస్ట్ 1 లిస్ట్ 2లో మనము డిస్ప్లే చేసినప్పుడు లిస్ట్ 1 అండ్ లిస్ట్ 2 మనకి పర్మిటేషన్ అండ్ కాంబినేషన్ లో రిజల్ట్ వచ్చింది కదా సార్, లైక్ ఫర్ లూప్ యూజ్ చేసుకొని. ఇప్పుడు అదే కనుక మనకి ఇలాంటి పర్మిటేషన్ అంటే లైక్ రియల్ టైంలో మనము స్మాల్ సైజ్ లైక్ రెడ్ అలా మనము లైక్ అరేస్ లో నంఫైలో కనుక్కోవాలి అంటే సో ఏంటి లైక్
యాక్చువల్ గా నంపై యొక్క మెయిన్ పర్పస్ ఏంటంటే మిలియన్స్ ఆఫ్ ఎలిమెంట్స్ ఉన్నప్పుడే మనం అప్లై చేస్తాం దాన్ని. సో ఈ 10, 20, 30, 50 అప్ టు 100 అప్ టు 300 లిస్ట్ ఈస్ పాసిబుల్. అదే నిన్న మనం చూస్తాం చూడు, టైమ్ కాంప్లెక్సిటీ అండ్ స్పేస్ కాంప్లెక్సిటీ. సి ఇఫ్ యూ అలోకేట్ ది 1 lakh elements by the list 1, by the list data structure, how much space it occupies and how much time it occupies. numpy తీసుకుంటే ఇలా ఇక్కడ ఏంటంటే కొన్ని స్పెసిఫిక్ కాంబినేషన్లో ఇప్పుడు మనము ఈ-కామర్స్ అప్లికేషన్లో వెళ్ళామనుకో, లెట్ సపోజ్ ఇఫ్ ఇట్ here completely we use list data structure actually. Flipkart will go with where we'll go here. I wanted to choose, let's suppose mobiles, shirts. Okay. So ఇక్కడ మనము ఇక్కడ తీసుకుని లెఫ్ట్ హ్యాండ్ సైడ్ లో కాంబినేషన్ ఉన్నాయి కదా, left hand side lo combinations are going to be treated as if you want 2 combinations, let's suppose I'll be taking white shirt as a one combination, and another combination is one second. The pattern will be స్ట్రిప్డ్. అంటే ఇక్కడ ఏంటంటే నువ్వు తీసుకున్న వైట్ అనేది ఒక అరేలో ఉంటుంది, స్ట్రిప్డ్ అనేది ఒక అరేలో ఉంటుంది అనమాట. ఈ రెండు కాంబినేషన్ లో ఇన్ని డిస్ప్లే అవుతాయి. the output is going to be displayed like this, images. If I take another parameter like size, Excel, then 3 combinations. This is one array, this is another array, this is another array. Excel lo white striped ఇలా ఉన్నాయి కాంబినేషన్స్. స్టాక్ ఎలా ఉన్నాయి, ఈ కంపెనీలో ఎంత ఉంది, ఈ కంపెనీలో ఎంత ఉంది, ఈ కంపెనీలో పారెక్స్ అనే దాంట్లో ఎంత, పీటర్ ఇంగ్లాండ్లో ఎంత ఉన్నాయి, ఈ కంపెనీస్లో ఆ కాంబినేషన్ అండ్ పర్మిటేషన్స్ ఇలా డిస్ప్లేస్. అంటే లోపల inside completely its permutation and combination would happen through the for loop. So this array can be go up to any level. ఇప్పుడు ఇక్కడ లెఫ్ట్ హ్యాండ్ సైడ్ లో ఎన్ని పాసిబిలిటీ ఉన్నాయి చూడు, జెండర్, ఆఫర్స్, కలెక్షన్స్, న్యూ అరైవల్స్, డెలివరీ, ప్యాకప్, డిస్కౌంట్, కలర్, అకేషన్, ఎన్ని పాసిబిలిటీస్ ఉన్నాయి, అన్ని అరేస్ రాయాలి మనం. అంటే ఆ కాంబినేషన్ రావాలి అంటే కొన్నిసార్లు ఒకడు ఒక 10 పారామీటర్స్ కాంబినేషన్ లో నాకు కావాలి అని కోరుకుంటాడు. అప్పుడు ఇన్సైడ్ యాజ్ సూన్ యాజ్ యూ కెన్ ఎనేబుల్ ది చెక్ బాక్స్ హియర్, ఆటోమేటికలీ ఇట్ క్రియేట్స్ ది an array for that. It's a dynamic array creation would take place. ఈ ఆపరేషన్స్ అన్ని అరేస్ ఆపరేషన్. కన్సిడర్ దిస్ ఎంటైర్ combination and permutations with taking place with a nested loops only. Otherwise we cannot iterate because it's a listed data structure actually. ఇక్కడ మనం numpy యూజ్ చేయం యాక్చువల్గా. numpy ఆపరేషన్స్ వేరు. ఇప్పుడు 1 million మ్యాట్రిక్స్ మల్టిప్లికేషన్ ఇంటూ 1 million అన్నప్పుడు మనం numpy యూజ్ చేస్తాం, లిస్ట్ చేయము.
Okay.
Let's suppose in database management system there will be, I wanted to know the common customers existing in Flipkart and as well as Amazon. What exactly will be performed? Will be perform the numpy cross product partition operation అంటారు దాన్ని యాక్చువల్గా. అంటే ఆ లిస్ట్ లో ఉన్న కస్టమర్ యొక్క ఫోన్ నంబర్స్ ఈ డేటా స్ట్రక్చర్ లో ఉన్న కస్టమర్ ఫోన్ నంబర్ ని మనం ఇంటర్సెక్షన్ ఆపరేషన్ చేసామనుకో, the common customers will be produced as an output to you. So numpy is having its own, let's suppose for example face recognition. In recognition of the face we are not going to apply the list data structure, we apply with the num data structure. So numpy is going to be treated by default two-dimensional array, completely matrix లో ఉన్న అన్ని ఆపరేషన్స్ ని యూజ్ చేస్తాం మనం. అంటే application to use the numpy is different, the application you use to apply list is different. For every problem, don't try to be solved with a list problem will be solved with numpy, and number problems can be solved with list అనేది vice versa జరగదు. లిస్ట్ ని లిస్ట్ దగ్గర యూజ్ చేస్తాం, numpy దగ్గర యూజ్ చేస్తాం. అందుకోసమే టైం కాంప్లెక్సిటీ అండ్ స్పేస్ కాంప్లెక్సిటీ 99% is different from both the things. So scientifically there is a reason is that when there are less number of elements to be deals with, go with a list. If you have a huge elements, go with a numpy. Yeah. That's
Okay. Thank you, sir.
yeah. Where we are, okay. So now the point is, there will be two-dimensional arrays existing based on the certain parameters. I wanted to retrieve the student scores which is less than 60. నాకు ఆ క్వశ్చన్ కి ఆన్సర్ కావాలి, because elements are there in a table. Like let's take a test score. Test scores organized in two-dimensional array. So let us arrange first the scores. The test scores is equal to like numpy dot array of, now you organize it. Yeah, tell me some kind of a scores actually. The scores are 83, 71, 57, 63, isn't it? So other way is that 54, 68, yeah, and something called as a 91, 45. These are the different scores. This is the student one, these scores are achieved by student 1. This scores will be achieved by student 2. There are 2 students actually. If you organize in a matrix form, this will becomes as this row, which is a student 1 is played. This is student 2 will be played at a different situations. Okay. These are the 4 columns, but 2 rows. So my question is that now I want it to be, yeah. What is the query? I want it to be show the scores which will be greater than 60. Like how you are going to write it. Let me execute. Yeah. So display scores greater than 60. How do you retrieve them? Absolutely greater than 60 means passing score. The passing score I want it to be assigned to the variable which is going to be test scores greater than 60. This line, what exactly it will be do? It will be assigning the greater than 60 elements to the absolutely here. So where you just trying to be print passing score. That you see the output. So what does it mean? In the array, you see the output now. The true indicates greater than 60. False indicates less than 60. So this is this one, and this is true. This is this one, and obviously 57 is will be less than 60, not eligible. Absolutely, it is going to be the true. This is going to be the false. Then obviously it is false. This is 54. 68 is true, and 91 is true. Obviously 45 will be false. So through the Numpy, we can apply the comparison operators. We can iterate. See, are you writing any for loop here? We are not writing. If you wanted to be have these elements in a list, compulsory for loop is required. If statement is required. If a particular element is greater than or not, through the indexing we have to be iterate. But are you using any indexing concept here? We are not doing anything, right?
No, sir.
Lots of lines of code will be get reduced if we follow this particular approach using Numpy. Yes or no?
Yes, sir.
Yes. So please, understand the drastic facility provided by the Numpy. Yes, sir. So if you look at basically in the drive, I organize the Numpy chapters are 8 chapters actually. If you look at carefully here, Numpy, I organized as you see, Numpy module 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Different operations or different levels we can able to perform. 1-dimensional array, 2-dimensional array, 3-dimensional array, matrix related form, types of matrices, and whatever the operations, arrange operation, all these I have done, but you have to be carefully dealing with that, because little confusion would be there, because Numpy is treat entire the matrix as a one entity. That's the reason without the for loop and without nested loops, you are iterating through the elements. Don't compare the behavior of the list with Numpy. Numpy, everything will be treated as a one entity. List, every element in the list will be treated as an indexing value.
Yes, sir.
Please, you open this chapter 1. Try to check what kind of an elements, what kind of operations we can do, how to create a Numpy, how to create a, how to see the properties of that, how data will be shown vertically, horizontally, like such kind of how to create a zero related Numpy values, how to create all ones in the matrix. So very meaningfully I have done that. Please kindly open chapter 1 and try to see. So rest of the things, in data science, if you organize the elements in a table form, how specific columns can be treated as a output column, how specific column will be treated as an input column, and testing data and training data, how rows, columns are going to be divided according to my requirement, how it will be treated. I think little more we have to talk with respect to the data science point of view, right? So I
Okay,
think
sir.
I'll be concluding the session now. I think you are following the recordings, right? If you have any questions, again, you listen the recording, right?
Yes, sir.
Yes, please. I'm just, I think you are able to access my, whatever the file I'm typing here. That will be name of file
Yes.
is Numpy class presentation. You can find here.
Yes, sir.
Yes. Okay. Right then. I'll be concluding the session now.